Hello and a very warm welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I want to talk about where you can buy real estate in French cities for under 2,000 euros per square meter. Now, I have done already a video a few months back on why I think you should not buy property in France as an investment, but some people on the channel may still want to buy a property in France but not pay too much. So obviously today we're not going to talk about cities like Lyon, Marseille, Bordeaux, or of course Paris, where property prices are very expensive. But all these cities are not bad cities in their own right. And the first one I want to talk about is Moulus. Now, Moulus is a rich city close to the Swiss-German border with a population of 108,000. And it's very unique in that, in effect, it shares an airport with Basel. Now, this airport is 3.5 kilometers away from Basel and only 20 kilometers away from Moulus, and there are flights to all over Europe, plus cities in Morocco, Egypt, and it also flies to Tel Aviv and New York. So Moulus is very, very well connected, and property prices here are only 1,800 euros per square meter on average, whereas in Basel they're nearer 8 to 10,000 euros per square meter. So yes, I guess salaries are a lot higher in Basel, and we're talking perhaps 2.5 times as much as Moulus, but property prices are about 4 to 5 times more expensive in Basel than they are in Moulus. So really good value for money. And I'll just quickly want to show you an apartment here. It's 118 square meters for 185,000 euros, and it's got 3 bedrooms. Now, let's just quickly look through. Living room, kitchen. There we have a bathroom, bedroom, courtyard. There's a building, so it's a nice building. Bathroom, kitchen, again the living area, and again, so it really is quite a nice apartment. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail on the apartments today because I just want to give you an idea of what you can get. Now, the second place I want to talk about is Carcassonne, and I know a lot of you have heard of Carcassonne, and Carcassonne has a population of about 46,000, and it's in the south of France, lovely area, about 80 kilometers east of Toulouse. And in Carcassonne, you're in the center of the world's highest producing wine region, and also Carcassonne has an amazing, I've been there a couple of times, citadel, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Plus, it also has its own airport with direct flights to Porto in Portugal, Cagliari in Italy, Brussels, Cork, Dublin, and 4 cities in the UK. So fairly well connected, well, actually quite well connected, and Carcassonne really is lovely. I'm sure a lot of you have been there, and property prices on average are only about 1,300 euros per square meter. So very, very, very cheap. So let's have a quick look inside. I just want to quickly show you the building, and that's the corridor, living area, kitchen, living area, bathroom, and there we are, 8 photos. So not too many photos, but I just want to give you an idea. And just to say, just outside Carcassonne, you can actually get some magnificent houses for under 150,000 euros, and these really are quite nice houses. They're reasonable size houses. Now, of course, there are other cities in France under 2,000 euros which I haven't included on this list. I just want to give a shout out to Saint Etienne, which I also found was amazing value for money, given it's a fairly major city, and it has a football team which has won 10 French titles. So just want to shout out for Saint Etienne as well. But I didn't cover it today because I think these other cities you'd be more interested in. Now, the third city is a really beautiful city, and it is the city of Béziers. And Béziers, on average, property is around 1,800 euros per square meters. It is actually one of the oldest cities in France and has a really nice Mediterranean climate. It's actually very rich in history, and every year Béziers hosts the Feria de Bessières, a major event in the bullfighting calendar, and the event actually attracts about 1 million people a year. Bessières also has a very impressive cathedral, an excellent arts museum, and the Canal du Midi also runs through here. And it actually has its own airport as well. And it's about 10 kilometers from the Mediterranean coast. So the seaside is not too far. Now, with its own airport, there are flights, but they are limited to London, Bristol, Manchester, Brussels, and Stockholm. But there is an alternative airport, which could be Montpellier, which is about 76 kilometers away. But anyway, Bessières is really beautiful. I think it's a wonderful place, and I'm going to show you quickly here an apartment, 66 square meters for 98,000 euros. It's not a particularly big apartment, but it's under 100,000 euros, and it has 2 bedrooms. So let's quickly have a look at it. The main living area, it has a lovely balcony actually, bedroom, kitchen, balcony there again, bathroom, and the living area. So really not too bad, I have to say. This is only a sample of what you can get. There are other apartments which I looked at, which are also very, very nice. Now, the fourth city I want to talk about is a city called Limoges. Now, Limoges has a population of 100,000. It is a city in west central France, chiefly known for producing porcelain. Now, Limoges is actually steeped in history, and there are lovely churches here, an amazing cathedral, botanical gardens, a notable art museum, historic bridges, and a castle. And property is quite inexpensive as well, at around 1,800 euros per square meter on average. There's also a university here founded in 1968. And Limoges too does have its own airport, but it only flies to various cities in the UK and Marrakesh. You could look at an alternative, perhaps Bordeaux, but it is roughly about 2.5 hours by train, and that will cost you around 35 euros. But anyway, let's have a quick look. This is a 66 square meter apartment for 109,100 euros. Nice building, centrally located, 2 bedrooms. So the building is quite nice. There's your corridor, living area. I think that's a bedroom. That gives you a general idea. The kitchen, another room there, bathroom, and that's the actual outside of the building. By the way, all the apartments I've shown you today all have elevators. So reasonably priced property there, and I think that could also be a decent alternative. Now, the fifth and final city I want to talk about, and this also is another city very much steeped in history, and I've been here a few times as well, and I quite like it too, and it is the city of Perpignan. Now, Perpignan has a population of 120,000 and is in the southeast of France. It has a typical Mediterranean climate. It is the last major city before the border with Spain, so it is very much influenced by Spain. It is definitely not short of tourist attractions, including a medieval cathedral, a major palace, a tower, fort, and many notable buildings. Perpignan was actually the capital of the Kingdom of Majorca during the 13th century, and you can actually, as I've said, see the influence in the medieval centre. Now, Perpignan airport does have direct flights to Brussels, London, Birmingham, Dublin, Valencia, Lisbon, or you can fly to Marrakesh as well from here. There are other airports you can fly into to get here. For example, Girona is about 90 kilometers away, and Montpellier about 130 kilometers. And there's also around the same distance, maybe a bit less, I think, Toulouse, which I think it's about 150 to 160 kilometers away, and Barcelona, which is about 170 kilometers away. But I think probably you would come in from Montpellier as the nearest airport in France, and Girona, the nearest airport from Spain. But anyway, let's have a look at this apartment, and this is brilliant value for money. And as I've said, Perpignan is amazing. Property prices cost on average about 1,800 euros per square meter. Let's have a quick look at this apartment here. This is a little bit less centrally located, but it's amazing value for money. 3 bedrooms for only 92,000 euros. So this particular apartment is cheaper than most I found in Perpignan. Let's have a quick look. There's the living area, kitchen, there's a bedroom there, a balcony, and a nice bathroom. So not so centrally located, this one, but really amazing value for money at 1,000 euros per square meter on average. Anyway, that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think these are good cities to buy properties in France, or are you thinking of alternative cities where you can get real estate for under 2,000 euros per square meter? Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon on the next video.